Hey everybody, Jason here. And first off, I feel like this is a welcome back. I have not worked in like 2 weeks. I was extremely sick, and I'm just so grateful to have sound mind and good health again. And it's just like all I could do is just rest and sleep. So I'm glad to be back. But I wanted to do something different, share something with you that I've kind of never done before. And really, this is going to be like a live case study that we're going to do together. I'm going to bring you behind the scenes and share with you what I'm doing, which I'll explain in a moment. And also to share the progress of everything that's going to take place, the good and the bad. Now, this experiment that I'll be doing and sharing with you, it could go great. And if so, I want you to use it in your own business. And you can use this as a foot in the door. You can use it as a client acquisition method. It can be something that you can implement with your own clients if it goes how I think it will go. Now, the other end of the spectrum is that this could completely bomb and it could be egg on my face. But I want to share it with you. And I don't think, well, I know when it comes to marketing and doing experiments and doing things to discover like what actually works before we present it to you, before people in the marketplace present it to our customers and our audience, like no one shares this behind the scenes stuff. And these are the things that I do on a routine basis. Like there's been so many things that have failed and didn't work that you have never ever seen, but I think it's important to see the process. So that's what I wanted to do, and just to kind of bring you along, bring my community along on this journey on this idea. So what am I talking about? So a few weeks ago, before I was sick, I like to support my clients that pay me money. So I went to his restaurant, got food for my family, and my client happened to be there, and he presented an issue with me that I knew was an issue, but I didn't really know was that big of an issue. And he said, Jason, the birthday stuff is working great. It always has been. We transitioned the birthday marketing to not just only dine in, but we now have it where people can redeem the offer via online ordering, which has helped a lot. He said, that's working good. Text messages are working great. But he's like, I got my staff here now because I had to get more people now that some foot traffic is coming in, but it's not enough to keep my staff motivated. It's not enough to keep them making money. They need to make money. How do we get more people to dine in? And when I thought about it, I said, this is actually an issue. This is a challenge for a lot of restaurants, because when you think about it, there's so many restaurants across the country and even outside of this country that have opened back now. And even though they may have not the same amount of staffing, the people that are there, especially the wait staff who make the majority of their money on tips and people coming in, if no one's coming in, they're not making any money. So I said, okay, how do we solve this? And he says, I need more people coming into my restaurant. So what I'm going to be doing throughout this marketing experiment is I have created kind of a good size list of methods, different strategies we can implement to get people in the door. But I'm going to come out the gate with one key marketing campaign that I think could absolutely work. Now, what are we going to do with this marketing campaign? I'll just kind of explain it to you. And then on Thursday, I'm going to do another recorded video like this, and I'm going to go over the actual strategy. I'm going to lay everything out step by step as to what I will be doing. But here is the premise, okay? We are going to create a campaign that will drive in a lot of traffic to an event that we're going to create as a standard. So what do I mean by that? Give an example. I remember reading about a steakhouse that had a slow day, and they needed to figure out how can they get more people coming in on this one day of the week. Let's call it a Thursday. And whatever they did, it just nothing really worked. So the owner thought, maybe I do something like just so wild of a campaign, so crazy, just out of this world that it just drives people in the door. So it was like a steakhouse restaurant, and they charge like 50 cents or a dollar for steaks. Like, and a steak would normally be like 20 bucks at least, right? So if you've seen a campaign that says something like, $1 steaks on Tuesday only between the hours of 4 and 8, you would probably come there, right? And that's exactly what happened. During that short window of time, so many people started coming into that restaurant. And then all the buzz got out to the point that that particular day, let's call it on a Thursday, the restaurant had people waiting outside the door for the $1 steaks, right? And the goal was, if this was the normal foot traffic, right, on a Thursday, the steak, $1 steak day brought the foot traffic to here. Now, once it got to a point where Thursdays were busy, they slowly removed that campaign. Now, one would think that the foot traffic that went from here to here would go back down to here, and it did not. Because during that time when people would come every Thursday, they began to become regulars. They began to love the food. They loved the staff. So yeah, some of the people that only came for the offer, it went from here, foot traffic, to here. But you got this big spread of now here is the normal, from we have no business, we're doing bad, to it went from here to now it's normalized to this level. And that's the goal. So then they remove the day of that particular campaign, but now Thursday is booming, right? So that's kind of the idea of what we're going to do. And we're going to form a campaign that is going to be just so ridiculously good that people have no choice but to come in to the restaurant. And we're going to isolate it and contain it on one day a week. So now the owner knows when to ramp up for staffing. They know when to have more people on staff as far as cooks and whatnot. So the resources aren't a spread thin. Like, they know how to plan for it. It's within a contained box. And we're going to improve that one day, which is going to be a slowest day of the week, to really get business going again, to solve the problem of how do I get more in dining traffic. Now, the other issues that we need to solve as well is how do we get over the fear, the customer sentiment fear of coming into businesses, because a big reason why restaurants aren't full right now is because of COVID. So we're going to have to answer those questions in our campaign as well. So the structuring of the campaign, the core messaging of the campaign, the offer and how it's structured, how we're going to do the ads on Facebook, how we're going to build up. So we're going to do a pre-build campaign. We're going to build up to this one designated day, almost as if it's like a grand opening. And then once we have that grand opening, the restaurant's going to be full. That's the goal, at least. And then after that, we're going to do the second phase, which is the ongoing marketing to promote this one amazing offer day. And we're going to do that, for the next 2-3 months. That's going to be phase 3, until we took that baseline foot traffic from here to here, and then we remove it. And then the goal is to have it grown. And now they're booming on this day, and then we'll launch another campaign. So that's the experiment that we're going to be doing. I want to be mapping out everything. So when I come back on Thursday, it's going to be kind of a recorded video like this, but I'm going to lay out exactly what I've come up with and what I'm going to be doing and rolling out. And I'm just going to take you through the entire journey. I actually have an appointment on that Thursday, so we will not do a live call, but it will be a recorded call similar to this. But and then next week, we'll have a live call, and I'll talk about everything, because the campaign at that point should be launched, or should be launching. So pretty excited about it. This could be something that works extremely well, or it could not. But I just wanted to bring my community along with me on this journey.